so many great players, but only one has that honor.
The 76ers anxious to get off the bus and get down to bit.
Hey, Kevin.
They're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. A look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. And for Atlanta, Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. Now, here is Young. Collins passes to Young. Yep, that one goes. Young's got his team on the board to start the game for the Hawks. This is the time of year when teams can start to lose their focus just a little bit. How tough is it, do you think, to stay motivated at this stage of a long season?
Well, teams who have big aspirations, Kevin, aren't suffering through any of this. The other teams that are trying to be acutely aware of the potential of their team are watching their players very intently as to whether their focus can be maintained during the next 2 to 3 weeks of this season.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Yeah, they zapped the energy right out of the building in that one. They just were knocking down threes, and it was deflating both for the team and the crowd.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for Philadelphia. And Young, here we go. And Embiid with the block. It's stolen by Reddish. Lobbed up there for Collins. Hammers the alley-oop through.
That connection with Collins, that's an impressive play and very, very high percentage.
Simmons inside. He's guarded by Collins. Embiid kicks to Green. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And the rejection by Embiid.
Length plus agility, great recipe for blocking shots. Embiid's one of the best to do it.
The Hawks shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's good from Capella. Simmons with it. A 17-point game for him in the win against Utah. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. Young with the ball. Now Green defending. Young against Simmons. Reddish dishes to Capella. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. 6 on the shot clock. Young's shot is off.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
You just can't get tired of watching the way Young shoots the ball. I mean, what a fantastic release.
And it's just limitless in terms of the range. That's what makes it so impressive. He's a small guy, he's quick, and he's got great handles. But he can heave that up from just about anywhere. And when he gets hot, it's something to watch.
Green kicks to Thybulle. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
And if you want to talk about a player who embodies the power game, then Embiid's your man. You know you're going to get some strong finishes anytime he's on the court.
And stolen by Thybulle. And now Philadelphia on the break, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Bogdanovich comes in for Kevin Herter. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Trae Young. Now here's Capella. After the miss from Joel Embiid. Here's Rondo. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Can't guard Rondo lightly. Even from inside, he's capable of finding a way to get to a shooting window and score.
Thybulle finds Embiid. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Alinari comes in for Collins. And Tony Snell subbed in for Reddish. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Green. And Curry subbed in for Matisse Thybulle.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Korkmaz. 8 points his last outing. Here's Milton. Pass to Maxey. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Korkmaz. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Atlanta leading by 5. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Count that bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Outside Curry. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. It's Okongwu, top of the key. Curry against Rondo. It's stolen by Curry. And now Philadelphia on the break. Curry's got the ball, and so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside for Rondo. Snell, the pass to Okongwu. Back to Snell. And the rejection by Curry. And he gets it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now, here's Maxey. Over Okongwu. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Korkmaz is out there with Shake Milton. Then there's Howard. Then there's Maxey. And it's Curry in at the 2 guard. And here's the fast break. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Young. Howard with the block.
Well, Dwight Howard still makes you think about your shot attempts, easily leaping up to throw that one away.
Off the inbound, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. Well, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree. Young drives in, and he gets it to go. Young's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hawks.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Simmons dishes to Howard. Back to Simmons. Whistle blows. Buck. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Gallinari wide open. And the 3 off target.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And really, Simmons is nearly impossible to contain when he's sprinting to the hoop. An athletic behemoth who causes defenders fits.
And it's blocked by Simmons, but he gets it back. And stolen by Simmons. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Tobias Harris comes in for Korkmaz. Green, he's checked in for Shake Milton. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Curry.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
And the dunk by Embiid.
And how about Embiid putting the versatility on full display? How many other bigs can do that?
Young inside. Simmons is there. And Okongwu slams it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy, and this team finding Trae Young. And he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
Young looking it over. Gallinari. It's good on the putback.
Well, hustle from Gallo there. Remember, at 6'10", he can do that. Makes the right call by going back in and finding possession there.
Embiid, the pass to Harris. Embiid inside. Gallinari covering. Embiid, no good. Brent, you know the Hawks believed in Trae Young on draft day. They made the trade for him and gave up a chance at Doncic.
Well, I don't look at it like that, Kevin. I look at it like Atlanta got their guy. It's not about who else was on the board. It's the fact that they could get their #1 choice, and that was Trae Young.
And going back to when he turned pro at just 16 years of age, Gallinari has proven to be one of the best players ever from Italy.
You think about his final year in Milano and just how highly efficient he was, first in the league's ratings overall. 6th pick going from Italy to New York City, and the fans had no idea what they were getting, but Gallinari eventually dealt in the Carmelo deal, and his career, although it's been multiple stops, has been pretty exemplary.
Now, here is Young, defended by Thybulle. And it's Young, that time on the assist by Okongwu. Young's got 9.
Shifty guard Trae Young finds his ways into some of those cracks and crevices.
Here's Thybulle. And it's off from 3-point range.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. They get it again. Young passes to Bogdanovich. 5 to shoot. And Young, here we go. Banked in off the glass. Now it's a 7-point Hawks lead.
When Young does this on the offensive glass, he can pile up big nights in the scoring column.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. Their biggest advantage of the period was 7 points. It was in the second quarter when they ripped. Thanks for joining us.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the court for Atlanta. On the wings, Herder and Reddish. Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the point guard position. The drive by Green. And good that time. Green's got his first basket.
Surprising the defense. I think Green puts the ball on the floor and drives and finishes.
Herder passes to Reddish. Here's Young. And he makes good on the layup. Young's got 13.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. Wants to get it to Simmons and does. And Simmons slams it in.
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates to become a more adept passer, that's good sign.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The drive by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Up top, Simmons. He's guarded by Collins, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that. Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Capella, the pass to Snell. Back to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And how about his athleticism? For a big man, Capella is able to make plays above the rim.
The drive by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And he recovers it. The pass to Curry. 76ers moving the ball around. Back to Simmons. Here's Harris. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Atlanta making some changes. Gallinari comes in for Collins. And it's Bogdanovich in for Tony Snell. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard's checked in for Harris. Korkmaz comes in for Shake Milton. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Curry. And Maxey subbed in for Simmons. The shot by Reddish, no good.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. Atlanta making some changes. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Reddish. Young is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And it's tied up with that one.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
And Young, here we go. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Korkmaz, and it's blocked. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And Atlanta has possession. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. And it's Capella missing.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. For the lead, passes it to Maxey. Young with the steal. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Here's Young. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Young determined on that play there. The foul not keeping him from getting up the shot.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And their last game, a tight win, and it was the success at the foul line that played a huge part in it. And he was probably the deciding factor.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. It's Atlanta. They lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Curry, and it's Green in at the small forward. They get a hand on it. Young with the steal. And now here comes Young leading the break. Good. Young's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hawks.
Willing to get out and run. Trae Young will take those points however he can get to it.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Collins checked in for the Hawks. Green dishes to Embiid. Outside, Green. Inside. Embiid inside. Capella's there. Clock at 4. Here's Green. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Huerter passes to Gallinari. Here's Young, and the layup is good. And now it's a 9-point Hawks lead.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
A hard worker who really ferociously strives to improve. Simmons tonight has been unstoppable at the offensive end.
Capella, high post. It's Young on the wing, guarded by Simmons, and the shot goes in. Young's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Hawks.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And they go to the intentional foul. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Atlanta. Rondo comes in for Trae Young. The 76ers also with a sub. Milton's checked in. On the wing, Milton. And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, and when Simmons is driving inside, he's going to sky up for the flush, getting to the basket in no time.
Pass to Gallinari. The feed to Capella. Out to Gallinari. Pass to Collins. This is to Rondo. The putback, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And it's Rondo penetrating and stolen by Simmons. Milton in the corner. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Simmons finds Harris. Back to Simmons. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That's his first foul. Been a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to be any cash prizes for the broadcasters. Because now I think they're on to something if we could get that. And, you know, but in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer. Gallinari with the steal. Young outside, lets the 3 fly, and the dunk by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Here's Milton. From outside, off the mark. Atlanta leading by 9. Lob pass to Capella.
And the scoring is one thing, but Young's ability to set his teammates up just as important.
Green taking his time here. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And all the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
The Hawks have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the 4th quarter. Terrific shooting. Knocks it loose. Embiid with the steal. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And it's good. 2 points.
And love watching Simmons run the floor, just eating up so much space in so little time.
Young against Simmons. The pass to Capella. Outside Bogdanovic. Young drives in. And it's put back up and in by Capella. And the Hawks lead by 9.
And guys, when Capella's playing like this, it's an added bonus. Love seeing him catch fire.
To the paint. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
The free throw drops for Embiid. There's 21 seconds left in the 4th quarter. The clock now can just run out for the Hawks. Here's Snell. Passes it to Fernando. Back to Snell. Lets it go with the 3. Misses there. And so the Hawks take the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were up.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Ben Simmons is out there with Curry, and it's Green in at the 3. Here's Giannis. He's been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game. All teams tonight, Greg, love to push the ball up the floor, even off made shots.
You know, trying to find an opening before the half-court D can set up. I think you're going to see more and more of that every year.
I agree. Embiid, no good. On offense, here are the Bucks. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Here's Simmons, following the basket by Giannis. Antetokounmpo against Simmons. Embiid. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Milwaukee.
And we know Embiid can shoot the ball, which is why he fools defenders with the pump fake.
And Embiid drops them both.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
On the wing, Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Outside, Simmons. Over Giannis. Another miss by Philadelphia. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
Simmons against Antetokounmpo. Curry passes to Harris. Trying to find Curry. He's got it now. 6 to shoot. Harris kicks to Curry. Harris inside, guarded by Holiday. Embiid's shot is good.
Oh, how about the length of Embiid? I mean, it's tough to deal with. Outstanding, using it to gobble up offensive rebounds.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Offensive rebound. Lopez kicks it out to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Look, and when someone's open, Lopez will find him, using his height to see over the defense.
Up top, Simmons. Covered by Giannis. The 76. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
No good on the free throw.
Well, it's clear Simmons is a unique player. I mean, 6'10", a guard, can pass the ball, move the ball, great vision. It's a no-brainer that he's been compared to Magic Johnson and LeBron.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in, and a wide open look for Portis. That three off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And that one's good, Maxey.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
Man, how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Antetokounmpo passes to Portis. To the inside. Here is Forbes, defended by Milton. Here's Connaughton, nailed from three-point land.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now here's Simmons. D right on him. To the wing on the left. To the middle. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field.
And you see how comfortable Simmons is. I mean, he has the size and touch to be effective down there.
58 seconds left in the first quarter. Down low, and Portis throws it down.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
Now, here's Maxey, defended by Portis. Here's Howard, out left to the wing. There's the pass to Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And, guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
And the Bucks with possession here. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Forbes, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Oh, looking to connect with the open man, Portis. He's got the right mentality out there.
And here is Simmons. 17 points for him last. Wow, hammering it in!
How can you not love Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane.
And it's sent back by Howard. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific pass.
For me personally, I just want to know.
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. We've got Bobby Portis. Chris Middleton is out there with Antetokounmpo, and it's Forbes in at the point. Here's Portis. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
A high percentage shooter from these spots. Portis has tons of confidence in his inside scoring ability.
Pass to Thibault. Here's Korkmaz. And he converts the layup.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Connaughton, defended by Milton. Inside, Howard with the steal. One-on-one here. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, improving his floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense for when his guys are open.
And Dwight Howard, you know, not the same 35-minute-a-game player he once was, but I tell you what, when he's on the floor, he can still be every bit as effective.
Yeah, Howard can bully teams that go small against him. I mean, he provides a big body to deal with other strong centers. I mean, he also gives the team some great flexibility with how they match up.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Milwaukee also making some changes. Giannis, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Yeah, and defensively, you like to see a greater effort to change ends.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. Giannis against Simmons. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Ben Simmons.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, and a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Simmons with the defensive effort. The 76ers trail by 6. Here's Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Green's got his first points of the game.
Running the floor beautifully in transition. I like when Green makes himself a target.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. A 26-point game for him in the win against the Grizzlies in Memphis. And let's use this break to bring up the top scoring teams in the league so far this season. These are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. The Bucks second.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play. Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Yeah, he continues to improve as a passer. The sky's the limit for Embiid and his all-around game.
It's stolen by Green. Harris with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. The drive by Simmons. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Milwaukee leading by 3. Giannis inside. Curry meets him.
Oh, such a smart defensive player. He knows how to use his reach to alter shots.
And that one, good. Simmons got 4 points now in the quarter.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
And stolen by Simmons. Stolen by Holiday. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis. The shot's good. Antetokounmpo's got 14.
His individual effort has been outstanding tonight, and it's helped him grab the lead.
Curry against DiVincenzo. Simmons left side. Embiid inside. Antetokounmpo defending. Simmons left side. To the paint. Here's Embiid. That shot missing. Good D by Lopez.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Middleton can't get it to go. Embiid finds Simmons. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And when Lopez is locked in on defense,
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 14 points and 5 rebounds. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
they haven't found a way to keep him quiet inside. I mean, their best bet probably would be to deny him the ball altogether, because when he gets it, they can't stop him.
Harris and Embiid together in the middle. And Simmons is out there with Curry. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Not the guy you expect to be missing the bunny.
For the lead, and Curry, here we go. And he lays it up and in. He has 6.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Watch out. Antetokounmpo might be soft-spoken, but he's got a mean streak when it comes to attacking the hoop.
Here's Simmons. And Curry, here we go. Dishes it to Embiid. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Embiid's got 6.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Lopez passes to Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Down low, and Embiid throws it down. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Harris against Holiday. It's stolen by Curry. Here's Simmons. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Howard's checked in for Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Maxey subbed in for Danny Green. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis is checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Nice shot by Portis.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
Up top, Simmons. He's got 14.
Give him another. Simmons is terrific tonight. He's figuring out ways to light it up.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Left side out of the Kumbo. 5 on the clock. To the middle. Stolen. Maxey passes to Simmons. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside Holiday. And it's sent back by Howard.
Howard, one of the most feared rim protectors in the league.
How about that strong defensive performance for this half's mobile 1 block?
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Ben Simmons. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like John Moran, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. Now the Bucks moving it up. Here's Connaughton. The shot goes down, and it gets this game back to even. Connaughton's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And you see how fundamentally sound Portis is? Excellent job of sharing the rock off.
Here's Maxey. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. You're looking at the list of the NBA's top shooters from behind the arc for the past month. 3rd is Bobby Portis.
Sometimes a three-point shooter gets into that rhythm and just keeps carrying it over. It's been the case for him the entire month.
And so he makes both from the line.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one every time.
And 1:01 left to play in the 3rd. To the inside. Here's Portis. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. '76ers have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And the 76ers with some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. And Harris subbed in for Korkmaz. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Forbes the pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
And you risk getting dunked on, posterized. I mean, if you let Portis get good positioning, don't be surprised.
Here's Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Just 5 on the clock. Here is Forbes. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And as we finish the 3rd quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And the technical free throw is good. Giannis kicks to Lopez. Kicks it down to Middleton. Buries the long-range jumper.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
Right side Simmons. Outside for Curry. Simmons inside. Giannis is there. No good from Simmons. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Simmons against Antetokounmpo. Green passes to Embiid. Outside for Simmons. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And look at the fearlessness. It comes into play when we talk about Simmons. He's a force inside.
And typically not this reliable at the line, but tonight he's been terrific.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Guarded by Simmons. To the paint. Here's Middleton. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
One-on-one here. Takes it down to Middleton. Giannis high post. Simmons is there.
And they really all have confidence in Antetokounmpo to run that set. That they're willing to put every aspect of their offense in his hands.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to see. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
Embiid inside. Lopez covering. Lopez with the block, and he gets it back. Here's Curry. Back to Embiid. Curry finds Embiid. No good there. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Here's Giannis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
In perfect timing, with a small lead, they're doing all they can to protect it.
Again, Embiid missing. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 15-4 run. Giannis against Curry. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
The physicality of Simmons on display, showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. 1:14 left to play in the final quarter. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Philadelphia. .107 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Simmons. A new 14 for the 76ers. Embiid. And he lays it straight in.
Wow. Bona fide star in this league. Embiid knows his teammates look to him to deliver in the clutch.
And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Holiday against Harris. Antetokounmpo up top. Over Simmons. The offensive rebound.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Pass to Green. Back to Milton. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the Bucks with possession here. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Holiday against Harris. Now Holiday. And so the Bucks take the win. They came in here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. Downtown Milwaukee is... And Dave...
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. Now, here is Young. Back to Capella. Holiday against Young. Over Holiday. Nails the baby hook. Young's got the first points of the night for Atlanta. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me harken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
It's good.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Here's Herter. He had 13 points in the win against Orlando.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle, he brought energy, and he brought it on the glass.
Collins. Capella, the pass to Young. 4 on the shot clock. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Unlike some great perimeter shooters, Trae Young is consistently probing for the best look.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter, and the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up. And for a long time, Atlanta had been searching for a legitimate center. Seems like they found their guy in Clint Capella.
Yes, and Clint Capella is limited offensively, but that's not his job. What Clint Capella does do, he does very well. He's a terrific rebounder, and he will have a lot of room to finish at the rim, as he does with power.
Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Young drives in. And the layup's good off the glass. Young's got 6. Bucks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Holiday up top, defended by Young, and the shot goes down.
Right there you see Holiday's toughness. Gets hit, able to maintain body control, finishes the play.
Pass to Young. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter, and that one is good. He's got 8.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. It's good.
And they really all have confidence in Antetokounmpo to run that set. That they're willing to put every aspect of their offense in his hands.
Now, here is Young, coming off a stellar performance against Orlando. Here's Giannis. Lays it up and banks it in. Giannis has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Capella inside. Lopez covering. And the dunk by Capella.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Young against Holiday. Feeds to Lopez. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And a miss there on the triple.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
Lob pass to Capella. Oh! That is just nasty.
The athleticism on that finish.
I just love Trae Young's feel for the game. Oftentimes, he can see the play develop before anyone else.
The Hawks have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Now the pass to Collins. Back to Young. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Gallinari, he's checked in for John Collins. Bogdanovich comes in for Reddish. Tony Snell's checked in for Kevin Huerter. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Young. The dish to Middleton. True on the 14-footer.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Rondo dishes to Capella. And Gallinari kicks to Snell. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
He's covered by Rondo. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. It could go. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Tie game in Milwaukee. And we'll be back with you. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what stands out to you from the Bucks in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Rajon Rondo. Gallinari is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Snell in at the 2. Snell, that's good.
Love seeing Tony battle for the bucket. That has to make his coaches happy.
And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That's foul number 2 for him.
His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
To the middle and stolen by Bogdanovich.
Right idea, wrong execution. They were looking to get a high percentage shot inside, but the pass was too late.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
And midway through the season, some players going above and beyond. And Steve, is that contract year boost a myth or is it a real thing?
Hey, Kevin, it is a real thing. You see guys more focused. You see guys that's usually not on time. On that contract year, you see guys on their best behavior, and you see some of their best play on the court overall.
Here's Snell. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Magic in Orlando. Shot clock at 5. Launches a 3. That one doesn't go.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
No surprise that Forbes pulls up there. At this stage, he has more confidence in the jumper than his ability to finish in close.
Here's Snell, following the 3 by Milwaukee. Okongwu, the pass to Snell. The Hawks working the ball around. Inside. And it's Gallinari missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
Here's Rondo, following the bucket by the Bucks. Here's Snell. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Gallinari covering. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. That's a 2 from Snell. And that one hits back iron. Milwaukee leading by 5.
And out of New Mexico, Tony Snell has made himself into a capable long-range marksman.
Yes, he's a guy who plays within himself, GA, stays in his lane, and knocks down perimeter shots.
Down low, and stolen by Okongwu. Here's Bogdanovich, and Bogdanovich throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
Reddish, he's checked in for Atlanta.
Watch out. Antetokounmpo might be soft-spoken, but he's got a mean streak when it comes to attacking the hoop.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. 9 points last game out. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. Teams value the 3 so much nowadays. Let's check out the best at it. In fourth, the Bucks.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Gallinari against Antetokounmpo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
In attacking with all that length. When Giannis drives, he's either scoring or at least getting the foul.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Torrey Craig. And it's Holiday in for Pat Connaughton. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Collins comes in for Gallinari. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Young is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Capella. Rebound, Milwaukee. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
It was a total team effort in terms of passing the baton to the guy that's hot.
The Bucks have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Now, here is Young. He's got 8. Lopez with the block.
It's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up with the swat. Want to see more of this from the big fella. And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And they call the foul, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The charisma, the superhuman workload. Trae Young is built for stardom.
It's Young on the wing. Pass to Capella. Poke loose.
Finding makeable shots. Kevin Huerter.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks in the driver's seat, up 8 points.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 17 points and 1 rebound. It's easy. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at small forward. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. I'm glad we got to see the mobile 1 block once more. What a play.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
And there's the call on John Collins. That'll be his second foul of the game. Milwaukee with the ball. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Young with no one around. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. And oh, he jams it right over Clint Capella. Wow.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to seeing. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
Huerter passes to Young. Dishes it to Capella. Clock at 6. A 3 ball. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. It's a 10-point game. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
And just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
And Young, here we go. Capella, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And the dunk by Giannis.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Young. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces.
But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Bobby Portis.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
This is his first free throw of the game. And so Snell nails both of them.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Outside Portis. There's the lob at Kumbo. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
Now, here's Okongwu. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Gallinari. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Bucks. Reddish, he's checked in for Atlanta. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. And the lead is down inside single digits. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And here is Antetokounmpo. 28 points for him. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Bogdanovich, no luck.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And Connaughton has it in the corner. The three-pointer, no good. The Hawks trail by 11. Pass to Bogdanovich. Fires the three. The Hawks again can't hit. The Bucks have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. And he makes that one. Antetokounmpo's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Bogdanovich wide open. And it's Bogdanovich again missing.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
30 seconds left to play in the third. Drains it from beyond the arc.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Bogdanovich inside. He dishes it to Okongwu. Hawks passing it around. Pass to Bogdanovich. To end the run. Picked away. One-on-one fast break. And the layup falls. Connaughton's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Head coach Nate McMillan is mic'd up along the sideline.
Hey, offensively, okay, let's make sure.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court right now for the Hawks. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Gallinari is out there with John Collins. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Tries again. Can't hit that one. And Milwaukee will come the other way.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Misses from short range.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. The Hawks trail by 18. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. He kicks it to Middleton. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. Young for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Middleton outside. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Milwaukee. On Thursday, they'll host the New York Knicks. Then on Saturday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Washington Wizards.
And you know, for that matchup with Washington, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
The feed now to Gallinari. Lopez with the steal. And here we go. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Hawks trail by 18. And Gallinari kicks to Young. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Capella dishes to Collins. 6 to shoot. And it's Capella missing. Bucks leading by 18. Middleton for 3. They get it back. Giannis against Capella. Holiday, the pass to Giannis. Good work defensively by Capella. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Got a piece of it. Taken away by Holiday. Giannis with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Middleton can't get it to go.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Young dishes to Gallinari. Young up top, guarded by Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. But they'll get another chance. Young outside, and there's the pass to Gallinari. Young looking around. 3-pointer. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Reddish, he's checked in for Gallinari. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like John Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree.
And right after the steal, Holiday does a great job of keeping his head up and igniting the fast break.
Atlanta's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Young passes to Capella. Lopez with the steal.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Milwaukee.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He really played at his preferred pace, never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
And really, from second-round pick to all-star, Middleton's story inspirational. Yet even now, it feels like some people continue to sleep on it.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Wilson, he's checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. And that one goes long.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while. Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. Goodwin with the steal. Outside Hill. Throws it up high. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Ah, that's beautiful. A view of the stunning and historic City Hall. Welcome, everyone, to our broadcast here in Philadelphia. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. In this game, we'll see... And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Danilo Gallinari.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. They've got Clint Capella. Tony Snell is out there with Collins. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Herter in at the point guard. And for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the three spot.
I'm amazed at Simmons' athletic ability. He moves so fluidly for someone that size.
Pass to Herter. Here's Collins. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Do you remember, Greg, if you watched the standings very much when you played?
You know, we were always aware of it, and a lot of that had to do with the goals. I remember early in my career playing for the Knicks, you know, we were trying to win championships, and we talked a lot about home court and having that come postseason time. So you were absolutely aware of where you were because of the goals you set, but I think that also changes depending on who you are as a team. You know, if you're a championship caliber team that's won it, and maybe you're in the midst of a dynasty run, it may not matter as much because you know how good you are and you can win no matter where the venue.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. To the left wing. Here's Collins. Good D by Embiid.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And with off-the-charts awareness, Simmons makes plays that others simply don't see.
It's Collins with the drive, and finished off by Collins.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Embiid, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Offensively, we see Embiid all over the floor, but inside is where he can really utilize that size.
The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Collins. Softly drops in the floater. Collins has got 6.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
They kick it out to Green. Passes to Embiid. Rebound by the Hawks. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
We'll see if the other team will address that problem in this game, because last game, man, they just got smoked on the boards.
Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Curry. And then for Atlanta, Gallinari, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Bogdanovich comes in for Collins. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Kevin Huerter. Here's Milton. That shot, no good. So the Hawks will take it the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
And the Eastern Conference has been fun to watch. A lot of focus as always this year. And as we hit the midseason surge, let's check out the standings and how they're shaping up. You take a look at the 76ers. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, Atlanta, 8 games out.
And, you know, right now for Atlanta, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
Well, you hope that they realize that and they have some self-awareness, but can they win some games, carry some positive energy, maybe some momentum into the offseason with which to build on?
And that one's good, Simmons.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Rondo against Simmons. And it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing. Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Young. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Young's got 6.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Harris outside. And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates to become a more adept passer, that's good signs.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, and it's good for 2.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Simmons. No good on that one. 1 second left. And that one is off. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. 76ers ahead, up by 4. And the second. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
On the court right now for the Hawks. Okongwu is out there with Gallinari. Then it's Goodwin. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Rondo in at the point. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Gallinari. Now, here's Thibault. He's covered closely. Rebound, Atlanta. Okongwu with it. Dishes to Gallinari to the inside. And there's Okongwu. That's good on the assist from Gallinari. It's a tie ball game.
Well, Gallinari does such a great job of recognizing the floor space, and that time, credit him with the assist.
Outside Rondo. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Goodwin passes to Okongwu. And he uses the glass on the layup. Okongwu's now got the lead up to 2 now for the Hawks.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Now, here's Maxey. He's covered by Rondo. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in. Hilton's got his second basket of the night.
A good decision right there from Dwight. Excellent awareness on that particular play.
Bogdanovich passes to Okongwu. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from Howard. Here's Thibault. Basket counts. And the 76ers lead by 2.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
At the tip, and it's Bogdanovich on the follow. Bogdanovich has got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
Bogdanovich got himself in a great spot, just reading where that carom was coming off of the rim and collected it.
Back to Milton. The pass to Maxey. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
And the 76ers making a change here. Curry's checked in, and the Hawks will go for a different look here. John Collins, he's checked in for Gallinari. Reddish comes in for Bogdanovich. Tony Snell's checked in for Goodwin. And Kevin Huerter's subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Thibault, the pass to Howard. To the paint. A second chance effort, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's denied.
How about that? That's a big boost defensively if Huerter can get in there and block shots and intimidate in some way.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Okongwu. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Harris comes in for Korkmaz. Green, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey. Then for the Hawks, Clint Capella comes in for Okongwu. And Trae Young subbed in for Tony Snell. Outside, Simmons trying to end the drought. No good. And Atlanta will come the other way. Over in the corner, Green. Outside for Curry. And it's Green missing. Atlanta leading by 4. 30 seconds left in the second quarter. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. Molinari comes in for Reddish.
Shifty guard Trae Young finds his ways into some of those cracks and crevices.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Here's Young, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Young's got the lead up to 6 now for Atlanta.
Great to watch Trae Young set plays up on a nightly basis.
He got it up, and that would have counted, but his shot was off. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He had 12 points and 1 block. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Ben Simmons is out there with Seth Curry, and it's Green in at small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Young with no one around. Again, Young missing.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
It's Collins with the drive. Right wing. It's stolen by Harris. For the tie. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Simmons. Curry's got the game tied up here for the 76ers. The Hawks shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Collins with it, outguarded by Simmons. Here's Capella, and you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
For the lead, and the rejection by Collins.
No, sir. Collins sending that one away.
Young, count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Pass to Curry. Back to Simmons. And there's the call on Kevin Huerter. That's his first foul. Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Atlanta. Rondo comes in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Simmons penetrating. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Trae Young.
And when Simmons is taking it strong to the cup, he's looking for a foul. Love this guy's aggressive.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Howard's checked in for Joel Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. And Maxey's subbed in for Green. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Reddish is checked in. Simmons inside. Howard. And Howard with the second chance points. Howard's got his first basket of the night.
I like how hard he's working on the glass. A strong big man who is excellent at coming up with second chance opportunities.
Howard against Capella. He kicks it to Rondo. And he gets the whistle. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The drive by Simmons. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
They can't shake Simmons. He is very used to getting hit. Even with contact, he can finish strong.
Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Dwight Howard. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for the 76ers. Atlanta also making some changes here. Okongwu's checked in for Tony Snell. And it's Gallinari in for Bogdanovich. 1:30 left in the third quarter of the game. A shot by Milton, no good. And it's slammed in by Howard.
That's the way to put your vertical to good use. Dwight Howard on the jam.
For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Rondo looking around. The putback. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Thybulle can't get it to go. And for the Hawks, they're shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Capella, the pass to Reddish. Kicks to Okongwu. Pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
Milton with it. Gallinari on him. Got a hand on it. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Tobias Harris comes in for Korkmaz. Danny Green, he's checked in for Shake Milton. And it's Seth Curry in for Maxey. Then for the Hawks, Collins checked in for Capella. Trae Young comes in for Reddish. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
The combination of size and speed of Tobias Harris. When he gets going, hard to stop.
And Young kicks to Okongwu. From outside the arc, and Young with the basket on the assist by Okongwu. Young's got 5 points now this quarter. Curry deciding where to go with it. But they recover it. He can't get that one to fall. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Hawks lead by 3. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. They've got John Collins. Gallinari is out there with Okongwu. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Huerter in at the 1 spot. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Okongwu's now got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Atlanta.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Embiid dishes to Curry. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. Bucket is good.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball. He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Here's Thibault. Okongwu grabs the board.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And the basket is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
On the wing, Green. Philadelphia moving the ball around. The dish to Embiid. Passes it to Thibault. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk by Embiid.
And if you want to talk about a player who embodies the power game, then Embiid's your man. You know you're going to get some strong finishes anytime he's on the court.
Back to Young. He dishes it to Okongwu. Young, right side. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The drive by Green. Yep, that one goes in there. Now it's just a 3-point Hawks lead.
Surprising, the defense. I think Green puts the ball on the floor and drives and finishes.
Young with the ball. Now Green defending, and they pick up 2. Young's got 21 in the game.
Embracing the big moment is Trae Young.
Thibault, the pass to Embiid, stolen by Collins. And so they foul intentionally. Simmons checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And then for Atlanta, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Tony Snell comes in for Gallinari. And it's Bogdanovic in for Kevin Huerter. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Green. He gets that one.
Yeah, not shaken at all. Green has hit a ton of big shots in big situations throughout his career. Difficult guy to rattle.
And it's Bogdanovic off the drive. That shot misses. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers trail by 3. And so they choose to intentionally foul. .146 left in the 4th quarter. Curry trying to break free.
And really, this is the role of Capella, to come out, play that strong defense, and alter as many shots as possible.
Bogdanovic finds Young. Kicks it out to Collins. Back to Young. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Simmons against Bogdanovic. Outside, Green. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Hawks have gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And it's Bogdanovic off the drive. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming. For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And once again off the mark by Atlanta. What an opportunity here.
Yeah, chance to take the lead. This is huge.
Embiid, no good. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul. Here's Bogdanovic. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
It drops.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Harris kicks to Green. Back to Harris. They kick it out to Green. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Clint Capella.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Atlanta making a switch here. Huerter's checked in, and both free throws good for Curry. And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. They lead by 1.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2.
This could go down as the win-win trade of the draft over the last 3 or 4 years. The 5th pick in 2018, Trae Young traded on draft day for Luka Doncic, and they might have put a little chip on his shoulder, one that he played with in the second half of his rookie season.
From deep three-point range, and the miss. And so it's the Hawks who come out on top. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. And the 76ers showing off their style as they arrive. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
A look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the small forward position. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 roaming the paint. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul. Here's Embiid. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And tonight, we'll most likely see some stout defense. Chris, both these teams are terrific at limiting points.
Yeah, Kevin, these teams do all the little things on defense well. Great at helping over and contesting shots.
Middleton One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Curry passes to Embiid. Back to Curry. Takes a three. And the 76ers get it back. Embiid, no good.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
And Drew Holiday, the bucket on the assist by Lopez.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Embiid.
And it's great seeing Lopez make an effort on defense. I mean, showing real determination on this end. Toughness and energy on the boards, and an easy putback to show forward.
Now here is Holiday. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Memphis. The feed to Antetokounmpo. Simmons with the defensive effort. The 76ers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. It's blocked. They retain possession. Green, no luck. Bucks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Giannis. The shot will not fall. And it's Philadelphia the other way.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
Now here's Curry. 14 points from him the last game against Utah. Fires for 3. They grab their own miss. Embiid. And the layup's good off the glass. Embiid's got 6.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
And Holiday kicks to Lopez. From the arc. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And Giannis gets it to go.
How about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Simmons can't get it to go. The Bucks trail. Here's DiVincenzo. Count it.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Chalk up 2 there. He's got 8.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Shot from free throw range. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Now, you got to respect the effort. When Lopez is determined to rebound the ball, it makes a difference.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
And that one's good by Lopez.
He's using all that size in the paint. Lopez, he's always excelled when he capitalizes in this area of the court.
Curry dishes to Embiid. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 10 points for Joel Embiid.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. 15 seconds left in the first. Maxey passes to Howard. Milton in the corner. And stolen by Portis. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Milwaukee on top, up 1. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
We've got Bobby Portis, and it's Connaughton in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Now Embiid, coming off a stellar performance against Utah. 2 points, that one goes. Embiid's got 12 points in the game.
And what a baller this guy is, the big fella, Embiid. I mean, he welcomes getting physical and overwhelms the defense with his size and muscle.
And a wide-open look for Portis. Maxey grabs the miss.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Yes, that goes in. 14 points for him.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Howard. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Howard's got his first bucket of the night. There's the lob to Portis. And now Philadelphia on the break. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Oh, improving his floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense for when his guys are open.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Inside, Portis. And Portis throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here's Maxey. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Now, here's Milton. Defense right on him. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call. And, Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Antetokounmpo, no good. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Count it.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Guarded by Simmons. And stolen by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
He puts it on the deck and takes it to the hoop. Simmons is one of the best at using the dribble to score.
Guarded by Simmons. Will it go? And the rejection by Embiid. And now the fast break. Embiid with the ball.
Well, you love to see the big fella run the floor and finish on the fast break. Embiid showing the hustle.
Bucks trail by 13. Guarded by Simmons. Pass to Portis. Yep, it counts.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
On the wing, Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Look, I love how Simmons makes his teammates better. He's consistent at looking to get them going.
Guarded by Simmons. Simmons with the defensive effort. The 76ers leading by 13. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Then for the 76ers, Matisse Thybulle checked in for Green, and it's Seth Curry in for Shake Milton.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Middleton the pass to Lopez. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And now Philadelphia on the break. Simmons is running. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. 17-point game. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And here we go. Philadelphia running again.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
That's about as high percentage a look as you're going to get. Running the floor beautifully.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
Five seconds left to play in the first half. With 1 on the clock, a dominating first half of basketball. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of Joel Embiid having an outstanding game. He had 18 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 blocks. That's all for now. Say goodbye to...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, it could be one of those epic games, but we still have a long way to go.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Seth Curry, and it's Green in at the 3 spot.
And the length of Embiid really bothers shooters. I love how he uses it on the defensive end.
And he commits the intentional foul. Knocked loose. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Curry on the wing. Lets it go with a 3.
And an excellent defender. The way Holiday disrupts and stays active and engaged on this end, outstanding. Straight rim rocker.
It looked like, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Outside, Simmons. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That'll be his second foul of the game. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Philadelphia. Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
It's easy to forget about the athleticism of Harris until he dunks on your head, and he's happy to remind you of it on that play like that.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Bucks have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And so he hits the technical free throw. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on. Giannis against Simmons. Here's Giannis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
In attacking with all that length, when Giannis drives, he's either scoring or at least getting the foul.
And the 76ers with some changes. Korkmaz, he's jacked in for Tobias Harris. Shake Milton comes in for Danny Green. And Maxey subbed in for Simmons. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Never easy trying to mark Howard. I mean, he's terrific at forcing the issue and getting the foul call.
And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in, so he comes up empty at the line. Here's DiVincenzo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Oh, man, challenging the defense inside with the pass. That's just good ball movement.
Here's Maxey. Second chance shot. Howard, good. Howard's got his second bucket tonight.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Now the pass to Middleton. Middleton is doubled. Howard against Lopez. Can't cash in from close range. Count that one. Milton's got 10 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Holiday. 2 free throws come. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And that one's good. Maxey. Maxey's got his first points in this one.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, because it's so hard to prevent transition scores. Whenever you get an opportunity to get out and run, you take it.
And there's the call on Howard. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Bucks. Portis, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And then for Philadelphia, Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Scott comes in for Seth Curry. And it's Ben Simmons in for Maxey. Here's Simmons, and the shot is good. 10 points for him.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
The drive by Lopez.
You have to close up lanes to the basket. Lopez is good at exploiting the defense on the drive.
The Bucks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
That's good from Brook Lopez. And some changes here for the 76ers. Tobias Harris is checked in for Scott. Green comes in for Korkmaz. And it's Seth Curry in for Shake Milton.
Yo, check Simmons.
Here's Simmons. He's got 10. He feeds it to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here is Forbes, guarded by Simmons. And Curry with the clear path to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway layup. Here is Forbes. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And Connaughton has it in the corner. He gets it up. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The 76ers leading by 23. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And a lot of attention on Antetokounmpo's offense, but don't sleep on the D. He can defend every part of the court and does it with intensity.
Blocks it again. 5 to shoot. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree.
He's a very active player who looks to score often. Embiid, phenomenal at finding all kind of ways to score.
Here's Middleton, and the rejection by Embiid. Harris passes to Simmons. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Simmons looking it over. Passes it to Embiid. Missed inside.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Simmons passes to Thibault. Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Here's Forbes. No good on the triple.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Got that one up quick.
This is what the play's designed to do. Space the floor. Get Harris a look that he likes.
Giannis high post. Simmons is there. Here's Middleton, and it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Bradley's checked in for Embiid. Scott comes in for Harris. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Danny Green. And Maxey subbed in for Simmons. And Scott has it in the corner. Pass to Maxey. Back to Thibault. Here's Scott. The 76ers with another miss. The Bucks have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Guarded by Bradley. Wilson inside. Here's Portis. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
This speaks to how strong Portis is. It's obvious he enjoys showing off that muscle.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Philadelphia.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Joel Embiid.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
Scott the pass to Bradley. Here's Korkmaz, and he's good on the 3-ball.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
Augustine, and he converts the layup.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
And it's Bradley on the follow.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip-in.
Augustine looking around. There's the steal. Now here's Thibault, guarded closely. Outside, Scott to the right side. Offline with his 3. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Our setting tonight with the lights of downtown Atlanta shining in the background. Greetings up and taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Danilo Gallinari.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. And for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. And it's Capella in at the 7. Collins against Antetokounmpo.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it. You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Giannis inside, working on Collins.
And Clark, they sit back in Greece. All of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, what a play!
Woo! And when the Greek freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdowns.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Capella finds Young. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Capella. It's Solomon to Kumbo. Here's DiVincenzo. Collins grabs the miss.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's Young. And the rejection by Giannis. That one's not going to go. Good work defensively by Capella. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Holiday looking for an opening. And there's the basket. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
And Brook Lopez a little bigger and more of an offensive player than his brother Robin. But they've both turned into quality big men in this league.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Pass to Portis. Young outside. Gets in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. He's been absolutely relentless.
Augustine against Young. Here's Portis. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
That kind of unselfishness, guys, from Augustine is really infectious, especially when it's coming from your point guard.
Young outside. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
It's stolen by Reddish. 6-second difference between shot and game clock.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention, then takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Portis in the post. To the middle. Craig kicks to Lopez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Reddish. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Hawks ahead, up 7. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
They've got Rajon Rondo, Bogdanovich out there with Gallinari. Then there's Tony Snell, and it's Okongwu in at the 5 spot. So that's the Hawks 5. Snell, the pass to Okongwu. Augustine against Rondo. Okongwu dishes to Rondo. And yes, it's good. Rondo's got his first basket.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively. He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And there's the pass to Okongwu. Pass to Bogdanovich. Feeds it to Okongwu. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Lopez showing off the length there to get to that shot.
Count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Craig.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
To the paint, here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Rondo is a master teacher when it comes to the pick and roll. He knows exactly how to take advantage of what the defense permits.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the dunk by Giannis.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, his build and skill set are both platinum level. And he knows how to kick his game up a gear, too.
Giannis against Collins. To the inside, Bogdanovich, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Inside, and stolen by Okongwu. And now here comes Collins leading the break. And finished off by Collins.
Hey, you can't forget about this now. Rondo's averaged double-digit assists multiple seasons. As good a passer as any in this league.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Collins.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really, as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Reddish comes in for Gallinari. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Young is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Young. Back to Capella. Pass to Huerter. Capella with it. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Bucks trail by 3. Middleton on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Atlanta. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
Now, Giannis. A 26-point game for him in the win against Memphis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. At almost 7 feet tall, he makes it look effortless.
Here's Young. 14 points for him. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got 16 points.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Antetokounmpo kicks to DiVincenzo. Pass to Portis. Giannis inside. Capella's there. The Hawks leading by 5. Holiday with the block.
An aggressive defender who pressures ball handlers. Nobody should be surprised to see Holiday sending shots away.
Oh, I like how Capella stays one step ahead of the posse on defense. Has a real good sense of body control.
And here's Giannis. He's got 18. Good on the bucket.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him and me. His hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. For 3, Middleton. And that one released in time, but no good. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He had 16 points and a star in his. Thanks for joining.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
On the court for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the pivot, manning the middle. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Off target from outside. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Hawks leading by 5. Young up top. 16 points for him. Greg is, and folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now, here's Okongwu. 6 to shoot. And the rejection by Giannis. Here's Holiday, and that one drops for him.
You know, he attracts a lot of attention, and Lopez making the most of it there to set his teammate up with an open look.
Young outside. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Stolen by Middleton. Here's DiVincenzo. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, you've got to recognize how active Middleton is on defense. I mean, this is a guy that you can't afford to be careless around.
Reddish the pass to Young. Down low. Capella kicks to Young. The tray. Knocks down the 3 ball. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The most lethal part of Young's game, his outside shot is often on the money.
Here's Giannis. Count that one.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Capella, the pass to Snell. Young outside. He feeds it to Okongwu. Tips it. Young on the follow. Young's got 23.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Antetokounmpo.
And with each season, Antetokounmpo continues to polish up his post game. He's got such a nice high release on his shot, and at his size, virtually impossible to block it.
And Young kicks to Capella. Back to Young. Just 5 to shoot. And it's sent back by Lopez. Capella with the bucket. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Giannis outside. Atlanta with the rebound. Capella's got 6 rebounds in the game. Okongwu dishes to Snell. Young up top, guarded by Holiday. Young pass to Okongwu. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Atlanta making some changes. Gallinari, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Bogdanovich comes in for Reddish. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Trae Young. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. And Lopez throws it down.
Chalk that up, but Lopez won't miss many of those.
The Hawks leading by 4. Here's Snell. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Good work there as it goes. For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Augustine, and the layup falls.
Really good to see Augustine getting it done from there because it proves he's not just a jump shooter.
Here's Snell. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Bogdanovich inside. Lopez covering. Now the Bucks moving it up. Augustine with the ball. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
You know, Forbes is slight of frame, guys, but deceptively strong. He can finish through contact if he has to.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And 74%, you know, so-so. He probably wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit higher.
I think it's been a struggle for him at the line. He's been scuffling this season. I mean, he's pretty well below the percentage that he shot a season ago, and not quite sure why.
Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we...
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Hawks ahead, up 1. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Hawks, Bogdanovich out there, Gallinari, and it's Rajon Rondo, then it's Collins, and it's Herter in at the 2-guard. Atlanta leading by 3, goes up, and finished off by Collins.
The play in transition from Collins is impressive. He gets down the court with such speed and then finishes it so strong.
Lopez, it's good on the putback.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Portis. Torrey Craig comes in for Chris Middleton. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Hawks passing it around. Here's Collins, and blocked by Lopez. Now the Bucks moving it up. Here's Giannis. No good that time. And Atlanta will come the other way. Here's Bogdanovich, and Bogdanovich throws it down.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Giannis, no good. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Gallinari is surveying the D. The dish to Bogdanovich. Offside Collins. Just 4 to shoot. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Herder passes to Collins. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Gallinari. Reddish comes in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. Young is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And that's an intentional foul. A different look for Milwaukee. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. Bryn Forbes comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. Young with no one around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Augustine kicks to Antetokounmpo. Banked in off the glass. Giannis has got 4 this quarter.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of game. Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane. So good to see the role players stepping up in big moments. That's a big basket for Clint Capella.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Hawks.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
He kicks to Young. 1:15 left in the 4th quarter of this one, and he banks in the layup. Young's got the lead up to 8 now for Atlanta. It's Young on the wing. Back to Capella. Makes it off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 10.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Hawks.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
Boy, I tell you, look at these teams. They're very evenly matched. This could be one of the better in-conference battles we see this season.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Trae Young.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight, a force on both ends.
Young outside. From deep. No good that time. And so the Hawks take the win. It was a, thank you, David, great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.